Hi Aries, welcome back to your energetic weather forecast reading for the week of October 16th through the 22nd, 2022. Let's get right on into it. Let's look at your inner solar outgoing energy. So your your impulse for the week. And you have the Knight of Wands. So that's very impulsive. That's extra impulsive. That's super duper impulsive. Yeah, there can be a lot of energy. You may be running here and there. I think with this card, with the Knight of Wands, it's my messenger card. So you may be getting a lot of messages coming in and going out. You may be giving a lot of information out because the knight is actually leaving the situation. I'm sure there's some coming and going, but that could also indicate that you are talking a lot. You're giving a lot of information out. You're sending out the emails and the texts and et cetera, et cetera. But it is a very fiery, energetic energy. It really is impulsive. So in regards to the rest of the energies, we'll see how this plays out. But it's a very impulsive energy. And it can be some stop and go energy is kind of what I'm picking up. Sort of like you want to go out and do something and then, you pull yourself back. You have to do something else first. That kind of energy. But it can also just be that you're doing something and then all of a sudden you're doing something else. And that pattern just sort of continues. Almost like we can't, I would say, finish a project or even finish a sentence before we're off doing something else. Or our energy or our mind or our it's just definitely your energy takes you somewhere else rather quickly. Okay? So it's nice if you need a lot of energy, maybe a little more difficult if you have to finish a project. But you'll have the energy to do it. You'll just do a lot of things in between. It's not a procrastination energy. It's just that it's like you're taken somewhere else. Your energy takes you somewhere else. Okay? All right, so let's look at your inner energy, your emotional energy, and your female magnetic energy. So this is the Six of Cups. We may be thinking a lot about the past. We are certainly feeling a lot of things from the past. So these thoughts can bring up a lot of emotions. This is also a really tender and caring, giving energy as well. There may be a few young people in your area, in your omgeving. That's my Dutch word. In your atmosphere, excuse me, and this might be something that has you running back and forth as well. Kids will do that. You may be interested in cleaning up your garden a little bit. And I would say that on an emotional level, flowers are going to have a very specific energy for you. I find that flowers are very healing. So it's very possible that on a very emotional level, flowers can be very special for you this week. Also, again, this is just a really giving energy. Here's something I haven't noticed before, is this gentleman walking behind these two young people carrying a stick. And he's moving towards the house, the castle. So there may be somebody in the background that has some importance for you, but it is in the background somewhere. It is not present, or you may be busy with something else, and then there's just a little something going on in the background. And this can be the memory that you're holding It can be actual something that's going on in the background while you're busy with remembering things and things of the past. I have a feeling, though, for me, this is definitely somebody from the past because it's behind you that can kind of come up in your memory, or actually you hear from them. This is messages, so it's very possible that you hear from them, or you're getting in touch with somebody from the past as well. Somebody that you remember, somebody that holds a fond memory for you. I don't know why, but I'm thinking it could be somebody's birthday and you may be getting in touch with them, that kind of feeling. But it's very tender, it's very sweet, it's very kind, it's very giving, it's very sharing. Nice energy so far. Let's go with your mental energy for the week of the 16th through the 22nd. And for that we have the Eight of Swords. So yeah, you are definitely wanting to be very active, and it's very possible that you are physically active, but mentally you are kind of holding yourself back. Maybe you are stopping yourself from thinking about particular things, or you feel like you can't make a decision. So this is on the mental level. So our mind may be a little bit stifled at the moment, our thoughts rather, or we could have very murky thinking. So I'm really being drawn to the ground here, and she's kind of in the mud there. It's very murky, sticky, funky kind of ground that she's standing on. So I do feel like your thinking can be muddled a little bit this week. But I would say this, with the 8 there, because it's the 8 of Swords, I think you're putting a lot of energy behind not being able to affect a solution. And this kind of puts you in the mud. This kind of puts you in that murky energy. And the 8 of Swords is always, no, not always. I'm not going to say it always is, but mostly it's of your own doing. And that's through your own thinking. I would say this, though, we are feeling, I think, not ostracized, but we're feeling outside of the system or of the community or the family or that sort of thing, whatever you consider home. We're kind of feeling outside of it right now. Meaning that we're not feeling at home. We're not feeling at ease in our mind. We're not feeling at home in our mind. So this is energy, but it's too much energy given to the idea that you can't do anything about it. Having said that, sometimes the Eight of Swords is that you're not supposed to do anything about it. It's not your place, or it's just not time. So I don't know. Let's look at the rest of the cards to see what's possible here. Let's look at your actual physical energy. I always think that the spiritual energy ties everything in very nicely, so we get a complete picture here. Oh, I love when this happens. So you have a knight going out on either end. It's like a little sandwich, a little knight sandwich. The Knight of Pentacles, yeah, it is. I got this from the beginning. It's a very push-pull energy because the Knight of Wands wants to do. So your inner fire wants to go and do. Your outer physical is a little less quick to act, I would say. This is it is a procrastination card. It is also an offer that is going out because it's leaving the situation. It's going that way. So I think that you may want to do something. You have a very impulsive nature to want to do something, but you seem to hold yourself back. So internally, you want to. Emotionally, you want to. Mentally, you find it difficult. and physically you're going to find a reason not to. So if you have to do something, there will just be this, let me, do the dishes first. Or know I have to get this done. I know I have to get this paperwork done. I know I have to get my work done. But let me just finish watching this program. It's that kind of energy with the Knight of Pentacles on a physical level. Also, though, I do feel like you are wanting to get ready to plant a seed. You're wanting to think about the future and what it is that you want to lay down as a foundation or a basis, but your mind isn't letting you do it. For some reason, your mind is captured. Your mind is unable to go there just yet. And, there could be reasons for this. And certainly, the planets kind of give you the go-ahead, or, now or not now. And it's definitely going with the flow. And I don't feel like this person is going with the flow much because they're in the mud. So in the mud, there is no flow. There's patches of water, there's patches of land, but there's no flow. So, in that sense, things are a little bit patchy right now. Maybe you feel like you grasp an idea and then it's elusive. It just sort of goes away. You might be revisiting an idea from the past as well that you had thought about, or and considering it, but not going further just yet. But with the Knight of Pentacles there, it's there. The offer is there. It's just a matter of time. Yeah, it is a new adventure. It is something new that you want to embark on with the not with the Fool card there, which is a really nice card. It's jumping in with full faith, but the only thing that is holding you back is your mental energy here. And maybe it's just not time. And the Fool is also saying, even if I jump off now, it's a matter of time before I land. So there is this timing thing going on. Also, I feel like there's some cycles that are being finished up and wanting to move on to something else. If you have the faith of a child with the Fool, you land softly, or safely, I would say, in this case. You may land in the mud, but that's a nice soft place to land until you can, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and get on the horse and ride again. Yeah. I think I'm going to leave it with that. I hope this has been helpful. I would say this is I would say it's a mostly sunny, a mostly sunny reading. Yeah. If the Eight of Swords is the difficulty here, let's just get another card on the Eight of Swords and see what it is that can help that situation out, or if it even needs to be helped out. Maybe it doesn't. Yeah, you have another Knight. So there is movement, but the idea here is that you don't want to be risky in your actions, because obviously thought precedes action, and the Knight of Swords is taking action, and the Eight of Swords is saying, well, you better make sure first. There's nothing wrong with that. And I think with the Fool, I think that I feel with the Fool that things are going to land where you want them to, when in their timing, in their proper timing. I know that's kind of a crappy thing to say because it would be nice to have it now. But even you know that for something to become solid, timing is everything. And as long as you have the faith of a child, then you know that everything will work out in its proper time. All right. Thank you for listening. I'll be back next week with a lunar forecast. I hope this has been helpful. Take care. Bye.